Hey, what's up, buddy? This is Wos, and we have the team builder for our week one matchup versus, oh god, name the team. Wichita Wormadams. My bad. Yeah, just really weird fact about this league. We are the Philadelphia fan piece, and there's three other teams from quote unquote Philadelphia, which is fucking hilarious. That half this league is from one town, as you would say. We're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna throw his team on the side here right now. Boom. It's probably already on there. I'm lazy as shit. Let's go over it. He has Mega Altaria, Celesteela, Melodic, Rotom Heat, Shaman, Hitmonlee, Wormadam, Donphan, Azelf, Jolteon, and Quillfish. Just looking at it right now versus my team, what I think he's going to bring. Jolteon is definitely going to come. I mean, there's no way it doesn't. I have access to Hawlucha, Cloyster, Manaphy. His really only real ways to deal with that kind of stuff is Jolteon in a sense of dealing a shit ton of damage to him, but then also with coverage, it hits a lot of other things with my team. Shadow Ball for Lottie, Jirachi, and Miss Magius. It can run either like HP Steel for Ninetales. It could run HP Ground for Salazzle. I mean, it gets decent coverage. It's very fast. So it's the only thing that can outspeed my entire team, unless I set up with Hawlucha or Cloyster. I mean, I do have access to Dugtrio. It's not coming this week. If he didn't have like 5 things that I can't EQ, if he makes a good prediction and switches out, or he runs Shed Shell, I'm going to see it. Sorry about that. Like I said, pre-Mega Evolved Altaria, he has Celesteela, he has Rotom Heat, he has Azelf. Like, all 3 of those things will take no damage if I'm banded, or it wasn't the matchup to bring it, even though I really would have loved getting rid of Jolteon very easily. A couple other mons I can see him bringing, Mega Altaria, Celesteela, I can definitely see that coming. Melodic, very good chance it's coming, and I could see Azelf coming to set up hazards. But other than that, everything else can kind of be toss up whether or not he's going to bring it. Excuse me. So we're going to run over a team. As you can see, we have Hawlucha. We have the Citrus Berry substitute set. He really doesn't have that great of a counter to this thing if I can set up a Sword Stance. I mean, Altaria can kind of take one, but nothing really checks his thing, especially if I get an unbirded boost plus Sword Stance. It's pretty much game over. He really has nothing unless he... I'm trying to think, like, nothing really takes one hit, either high jump kick or a itemless boosted acrobatics. Like, everything pretty much dies with thing. Which is, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, yeah, hell yeah. I do have enough speed to outspeed the fastest thing I can, which is Azelf. Yeah. Through the rest, max HP, max attack. The 12 in HP just to set up, get those subs up, and so I know 2 will give me the Citrus Berry and the boost for the acrobatics. And I see the rest in special defense. I can see him trying to hit me more on a special side. Like, I can see his switching, kind of being Jolteon, like, if before I get up my unburn. But I can definitely see Melodic hitting him, like, that being his counter would be Melodic or something like that. But yeah, this thing can really fuck up his team as long as I can set up with it. Next one we have, like I said, they have Celesteela. Celesteela is fucking annoying. So I brought a Focus Sash Salazzle. My apologies. With the Flamethrower, Sludge Wave, Taunt, and Toxic. I see him running Corrosion. So if I do want to get Celesteela or like Quillfish, if I want those things being on timer, I fucking can, which is amazing. Other than that, Taunt, he might lead off with Azelf and try to set up Roxoid right away. I'm very aware of that, so I figure I'm just going to throw Taunt on there. I don't really need Dragon Pulse or an HP because these 2 moves are going to do pretty much the damage I need to. But the good thing about this is I can put in a lot. I can put a lot of work. It can do a lot of damage to the mons like I need to get down. Celesteela, because my win con is I'm trying to win with Hawlucha. I mean, it's gonna pretty much one shot Mega Altaria. Celesteela is gonna do about 80%, I think, something like that. Even Melodic doesn't take it that well, but Shaman will get fucked up by it. Jolteon probably be able to eat it up pretty well. Plus, the only thing he really has for that thing to really one-shot it, running ground coverage move or Azelf is really the only thing he can. And I do outspeed, like I said, a lot of his shit. So I'm planning on use this thing. If he brings Azelf, I'm going to kind of lead off with it. If I predict he's going to lead off with it, with his Azelf. Or if I think he's going to lead off with Celesteela. Because no matter what, I can take a hit and I can get off massive amounts of damage to both of them. Yes, I could run Fire Blast over Flamethrower, but I do not want to fuck with the whole, what is it? 15% chance to miss. I really don't want to even play with that shit. But yeah, that's kind of the reason I'm bringing that. Move on, we have Manaphy. We're running sub Calm Mind Scalded Energy Ball. I wasn't sure which item I wanted to go. I was deciding between Leftovers, or I was also thinking about going with Gracium Z to hit Melodic. I pretty much, if I get a one Calm Mind, I can one-shot it with Bloom Doom. It's called the Gloom Doom. Is it Bloom? It's Bloom. But that being said, what I'm going to try to do when it comes to this thing is get this a free switch in onto Melodic. Melodic can't do shit to me. He has to run. He really can't do shit. All I have to do is get this thing free, and I'm assuming he's going to try Toxic it, or he'll switch out, which is going to allow me to get up a substitute. Depending upon what he switches in, I can then proceed to Calm Mind. If he doesn't switch out, I can stay in Calm Mind in Melodic's face. And Scalded Energy Ball pretty much are going to hit most things for really good damage. It's a mon that I can win with if I get the right situation and he brings certain mons. Jolteon could be annoying with this thing, so I had to play safe around that. I don't have the greatest Jolteon switch in. But that being said, like I said, that is my game plan with Manaphy. Is just set up a sub on Melodic, hoping that he'll go for Toxic, not predicting me to Tail Glow, trying to Toxic me, getting up a free sub, and then him having to switch out while I'm setting up a Calm Mind. That is the dream scenario. I think he might do it. I mean, between Lottie, Manaphy, X-Plowd, Alolan Ninetales, like I have a lot of mons that I could see him wanting to Toxic, and him bringing like a Scald, Recover, Toxic, maybe a HP, a Hidden Power for Ninetales, trying to prevent me from just continuously setting up Aurora Veils on it. As you see, I'm not bringing Alolan Ninetales this week. Celesteela, which is I can't do shit to it, and I know I can't do shit to it, so I'm not, and it would easily one-shot me. I figured this team might be a little better without it this week. Our next mon, we got Mega Lottie. We're kind of going with a physically defensive set. We're going Defog, Psy Shock, Recover, Thunderbolt. Originally had on, the original moveset I had on this thing was Defog, Earthquake, Recover, Psy Shock, but then looking at that, shit, I don't have anything to hit Celesteela, and that thing will just wall me completely. So I decided to go with taking off Earthquake, adding in Thunderbolt. Like I wanted to add in 5. I really wanted, if I could have 5 moves and cheat, I totally would have had Defog, Psy Shock, Recover, Thunderbolt, and Earthquake. Looking at though, Psy Shock does do about 80% to Jolteon. And he can't really one-shot me because I am, as you can see, I am very bulky. I still have the good natural speed with 110, so I can outspeed like the walls on the seam. I mean, this thing's main goal is to check. I just really wanted a weird, like, Celesteela can't do shit to me if I'm defensive like this. This thing also walls Hitmonlee very hard, which he might bring, hoping I don't bring Halucha and getting his own unburdened boost and just kind of running through my team, because that it is kind of weak to Hitmonlee if it does have the right coverage. But Donphan can't do shit against me, which is good. I mean, Quillfish. I wasn't sure what kind of mons he was going to bring on some of them. And I just wanted to make sure that I had a good, reliable wall to hit his physical attackers. You know, like Mega Altaria will two-shot me, I believe. Probably just about two-shot me. And I really can't do anything back to it, but, you know, Hitmonlee is... I don't want that thing reverse sweeping me with his own unburdened boost. The reason I made this defensive is because I have Regirock. This is especially defensive. Leftovers, we have Earthquake, Stealth Rocks, Counter, and Stone Edge. Yes, I'm running Counter. That is for the Celesteela, which I'm assuming he's going to want to bring in on Regirock, thinking that I'm just running like Stone Edge and EQ. And he can do about 35% on average. That's about the average damage he's going to be doing with a Heavy Slam, which I'm assuming he's going to bring. I mean, a lot of my mons aren't that fat. Like, literally not fat as in bulky, but as in, like, Vince Wilfork fat. Do I even like, I think X-Plat might be my fattest. McDonald's, Burger King eating ass motherfucker. Yeah, and Regirock. Those are like the only two big mons I have. I don't know the weights though, so that might be kind of weird. But I was saying, I was thinking about running like Fire Punch, but does the same thing as Stone Edge, same damage. And with Counter, it will allow me to do about 60%, 70%, depending upon what his damage roll is. Back to it. So I'm assuming he's going to want to bring this thing in on it. So on the switch in, if I can get up rocks. And then I would probably at that point scout out a little bit to make sure he is physical. If he's special, I'm kind of fucked. And I really can't do shit back to it. If he is physical, which I am assuming he's going to be, this thing can just, like I said, do this 60% damage back to it, and which will really cripple it. And then I can kind of revenge kill it with Halucha or Lottie or Jirachi or Salazzle. Plus, it's my best check into Jolteon. I mean, yeah, he doesn't resist like his stab T-bolts, but it's one of the only mons that I know he doesn't have great coverage for. I'm assuming Shadow Ball, Thunderbolt, Vol Switch, and then maybe an HP, like I was saying. But he really doesn't have, like, it's not like he has like a Flash Cannon or an Earth Power or something like that, where he can still do a shit ton of damage without having to run an HP. I mean, he's still going to do decent amount, but I can eat up 3 or 4 hits and then take it out with an EQ very easily. But like I said, might not go for EQ right away because of the fact that he does have like 5 Levitate and Flying mons prior to Mega Altaria, Mega Evolving. And our last mon we have is Jirachi. This is just a standard choice Scarf set. I wasn't going to go too fancy because this thing can put in a lot of work versus him. When it comes down to Mega Altaria, Iron Head will do a lot of damage. Fire Punch will do a lot of damage to Celesteela. Melodic can wall things pretty easily. That's one thing I do have to look out for. I mean, Heart Stamp will do a lot to Rotom Heat. It will do a lot to Hitmonlee. It will do a lot to Quillfish and Jolteon. Iron Head will do a lot to Azelf and Wormadam. And there's really... Donphan's really the only thing that can really easily eat this thing up. Eat hits from it. On both, no matter what attack I go for with this set. As you can see, Iron Head, Fire Punch, Heart Stamp, and he looks. I understand Iron Head and Heart Stamp are kind of the same move, but with him having Lodic, Heart Stamp will do more, and it's gonna be more reliable than doing like 12%. It's gonna do, I think, like 25 to 30. And I am throwing Healing Wish on there. That is in case Halucha gets down very low, and I want to try, because I do have a couple win cons. I can win with Halucha, I can win with Manaphy, and Regirock and Lottie and Salazzle will help out a lot with the things I need to get lowered or if not taken out. So in case a good scenario comes up where I can heal and wish one of my win cons back up, that'd be fantastic, and I'm going to take advantage of that easily, which is why I wanted to bring the Scarf set. I also, looking at Steam, he's going to bring a Scarfer. I'm really expecting it to be Shaman. I'm expecting Scarf Shaman, and because I'm not going to run Scarf Mana V. I have done in the past, it's just not the matchup. So I can see him running Scarf Shaman to be able to take a Scald and then Seed Flare and I think pretty much take it out. If not, do a shit ton of damage to it. I could also see Reckless Hitmonlee possibly coming Scarfed. Even Jolteon to make sure he outspeeds everything. I personally would not. I would go with more of a Life Orb Expert Belt set. I mean, being able to switch up moves with that thing against my team will be very helpful, but you never know what he could do. And like I said, the two things I can see him bring, I do outspeed. If not speed tie with Shaman. But he really can't do much back to me unless he has to go into Earth Power. But at that point, I can kind of switch out and go into Hawlucha and start setting up for free. But yeah, that's pretty much the team this week. Hawlucha, Salazzle, Manaphy, Mega Latios, Registeel, and Jirachi. I forgot to add nicknames. Fuck. I'll do it later. But yeah, hopefully we're going to pick up our first win, I should say. I mean, I think we can. I think we have the matchup. Like I said, he really doesn't have a switch in to Unburdened boosted Sword +2 Hawlucha. So I really think I can win with that thing mid to late game. But yeah, thank you for watching. And the battle itself will probably be up tomorrow, hopefully, unless I forget. It'll definitely be up tomorrow. But thank you for watching. Peace.